You know, if things are this hard at this age, what's it going to be like? What's what's coming? I gotta. I have to get to. I feel like I've got a yeast infection or something. I just feel like I'm full of infection from head to toe. Why am I running out of air while I'm talking? I've lost my vehicle. It's hard to get around. I tried to book a walk-in appointment because I don't want to sit there and wait for 2.5 hours. They don't. I phone the office, the doctor's office, to ask. Uh, does your How do I book a walk-in online? How do I book? Because whenever I'm there, whenever I book an appointment, I'm sitting there, and all these other people just strut right in because they've booked online. No, you have to come in. Well, what do you mean I have to come in? Don't you have an online system? No. Well, sure you do. Like, is it not working? I don't know. You have to come in. You know, every time I go to the doctor, and it's always like this. I feel like uh I feel like for the past 45 years I've been fighting for healthcare, that I feel like I'm made to feel like I'm fighting for healthcare that I don't deserve. I feel like, okay, I'm going to go in. This is not with my family doctor. This is with a walk-in, whoever shows up, whoever turns up. If it's if it's my former doctor, I'm going to I don't know, I think I'll leave. I'm not going to see them the way they treated me. Um how do I explain? I've got a full I feel like I'm what do I ask for? I feel like I'm full of a yeast infection or something from head to toe. Do they have to examine me? Do I have to take my clothes off and have that kind of an examination? I haven't done that in a while, or blood work, or how do they determine? Do they have to take a culture and grow the culture? And then now I feel like I'm getting a sinus infection, and I just I always feel like I'm fighting for something that and it's a fight. It's not, you know, you don't go in and have this normal pleasant conversation. I have to convince them that I'm sick. And the thing is, like, and I understand they need to understand that you're sick. They need to know, but so much of healthcare is the patient can't prove that they're sick, even though you're sick, right? I wake up, like, there's no way to describe this. I wake up, I'm full of something. I can feel it in my gut and lower down, and just internally I feel like I'm imploding. I feel like, you know, severely agitated, but it's coming from the inside, and it's like, you know, there's something brewing inside. Like, let's say there you have an extreme itch and you can't reach the itch to scratch. That agitation, I feel that inside my entire body. There's something happening that's just driving me crazy. And I am loathing and dreading going in, and there's that conflict. I'm too sick for that conflict. It's like, it, there seems to be like a feeling of conflict until you convince them, or if you can convince them. And I'm too sick to have any kind of conflict. You know what I mean? I'm so sick in so many ways. And I just can't. You know? I just and I had maybe 4 hours of sleep, and I'm just such a wreck. And I have no time for conflict or trying to convince somebody I'm sick. And I have felt like this for 45 years. Now I'm getting blocked up in here. A sinus infection is coming. Now I'm going to have to fight for that. It's so hard without a car. Like, I'm so sick. I'm so tired that it's hard to be on this earth. And for me to get dressed and go to try to fight with a stranger, I'm having difficulties breathing, and it's a battle, and it shouldn't feel like that. Oh God, I just feel so full of infection or something. I'm just so sick in like 100 different ways, and I'm so done with it all, and I don't want to give up. I'm so sick. I just can't stand another minute of this. It's just all an uphill battle. There's no break. Once in a while, like that. How many nights ago did I have an actual, in 15 and a half hours, I think I had 6 hours of sleep, 6 or 7 hours of sleep. I felt just so good. I was sick, but I actually got a couple little things done in the house. How often does that happen? Never. Hardly ever. I need help to make serious decisions here, and there's nowhere to turn. I need my husband here, who dared to die on me. I need a family. I need someone to help me make major medical decisions, life decisions. There's nowhere to turn to for help. Man, you make the mistake of turning to people for help who don't care about the outcome. Then you're really, man, I could tell you times where I've turned to people who, they're supposed to be trusted people, and they were trying to dupe me, con me when I was so ill and compromised. Nobody tells you that. When you're younger, never turn to people for help that don't care about the outcome. And that can even include family members, depending on who they are. There are people who don't care, and there are people who would like to see you fail. And there are people who would like to see the best for you. And all those people can be wearing smiles on their faces. Sometimes it's not easy to tell who's who. Oh my God, I need someone who cares to come and take me to the doctor. It's all I need, and I don't have that. I need a car. I'm too sick to do this on my own. I need someone who cares to come and take me.